Hey, are you ready? Hi everybody, welcome to GameGorgon. My name is Krug.
I'm Jake, and today we're going to be going over a build guide, not one that you requested because we haven't gotten those yet, but one that I wanted to do, which is a Alchemist Mutagenist.
Nope.
Whatever, that's what I'm gonna call it, and if you don't like it, sucks to suck. I wanted to do a character that was like Hulk-esque, and not like in the fact that Hulk smash, but I wanted to do something that was like focused on a bite damage and claw damage and basically like
Feral.
Yeah, feral-esque. That wasn't like druid.
Not Bruce Banner.
Correct.
Just the Hulk.
Just the Hulk. You should honestly head down to the description right now and click the show notes link, because there's a lot more information on the show notes link than what we're going to be going over. We're just going to be going over the key aspects of this. I'm also going to be putting some downloads in the show notes that will have character sheets for certain levels of this character, so that you can go, oh, level 5, this is all. So if you want to kind of build this character out, you can actually, I've done it for you. One of the things is that we're only going to be going over choices that you get to make.
Okay.
We're not going to go over, at this level, you get this, because that already exists. This is only decision-making skills.
If you need to understand what an Alchemist's base features are, we have a video about Alchemist base features that is separate from this.
Yeah.
Why do we do things in separate videos? Because it takes a long time to edit videos.
So if we want to be a bitey boy, what are we going to choose?
Goblin.
Yes, Goblin. Second strong choice, though, if you want to make this, would be Lizard Folk.
Okay. Okay. We haven't talked about Lizard Folk yet, have we?
We have not talked about Lizard
Folk.
Folk.
We'll get there, I promise.
They also have the ability to go into an Ancestry feat that allows their bite attack to be venomous.
Ooh.
Which does 1d6 points of damage, and you can do that a number of times, I believe, equal to your level.
Oh, dang, that's good.
Per day, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so like, that's a very interesting route. I went a little bit different.
Okay.
So you're gonna choose a Razortooth Goblin, which is going to increase your bite attack. Well, it's gonna give you a bite attack. It's also going to increase the damage that you give it to.
Okay.
Then it's gonna add a trait to it, but literally the first ancestry your feat that you're choosing is going to get rid of that.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter what it is. You're going to then choose Fang Sharpener,
okay.
Which is from the new character guide, the Lost Omens character guide, which gives you a 1d8 jaw bite. It also removes that additional that trait.
Sure.
And if you critically hit with that bite, you deal 1 persistent bleed damage for every weapon die you do.
Gotcha. That's a lot of little things.
That's a lot of little things, and we haven't even gotten into the class yet.
Yep.
You're going to choose Alchemist, clearly.
Yeah. You gotta drink those potions.
The stats that you're going to want to focus on are going to be your strength, your intelligence, and your constitution. The other
strength for bite damage, intelligence because you're a mutagenist, and that's going. Sorry, spoilers.
No.
You're a mutagenist, and you need that to do more mutagen things. And then what is
health.
Health.
Because you're going to be biting, you're going to be
You're
melee.
melee, yeah.
So
Okay.
you're going to be
That was
in the
really
middle of
stupid.
your fight. Yeah. Let's start with what formulas you're going to learn.
Yeah.
So the ones I chose, and this is for level 1, just to stay alive and do everything else.
Sure.
I have Elixir of Life, Minor, Alchemist Fire, Lesser, Cognitive Mutagen, Lesser, Serene Mutagen, Juggernaut Mutagen, Quicksilver Mutagen, Bestial Mutagen, and Cheetah Elixir. All of those are lesser. The only thing that's not is Elixir of Life, which is a minor.
Right.
Because that's the only one that has the minor option. Right. The key thing about your character is that you're going to be using Bestial Mutagen constantly.
Yep.
You're going to be getting a +1 to your attacks, plus I think it's athletics and another skill. You don't care about that. You're here to do damage. So you're going to get a +1 to attack, and your slash is going to you're going to gain a slash attack, which does 1d4 damage, and your jaw attack does 1d8 or 1d6. But because of your Razortooth, at level 1, you're already going to be doing a bite attack that has 1d8. Basically,
Yeah.
your mutagen is only giving you a +1 to your attack. It's also going to make, if you want to slash, it's going to make your slash attack agile.
Okay, so you have like a non-agile high damage option and a slightly less damage but agile option if you, for some reason, feel the need to multi-attack.
The next thing is going to be your Alchemist feat.
Yep.
This one is the most useless, and I literally just chose...
Because level 1 doesn't really fit the playstyle very well.
Basically, the current available Alchemist's feats are basically Bomber.
Right. We talked about this during the Alchemist video that like lower levels it was like, hey, you picked Bomber, right? Right?
Oh, the one I chose is Alchemist Familiar, and that's because you can give it an action, you can spend an action to give it 2 actions where it can actually use your quick alchemy for you.
Oh. So you have like a little smoothie maker.
Kinda.
Basically.
Yeah. Okay. So at level 1 now, you're now doing 1d8 jaw attack, critical hit, additional 1 persistent bleed damage. Technically, it would be 2 because you're
you crit and that you rolled your dice twice.
So you're doing possibly if you're critting 2d8 plus 1 plus 2 persistent damage at level 1. That's pretty freaking strong.
That is pretty
at level
strong.
1. Level 2 is going to be a smaller level for you. I chose Revivifying Mutagen. You can spend an action to get rid of the mutagen that you are currently using to gain 1d6 points of health back for each level in which that mutagen is. So basically spend an action to just regain 1d6.
But that's like scaling healing for the rest of the game. That's
As
really
long
good.
as you have a mutagen active, yeah.
Which, like, if you don't, you're not playing the character right.
The key thing is, and we didn't actually talk about this at level 1, is as a mutagenist, you actually get an action called Flashback Mutagen, which it's a free action that you can just basically say, if you had a mutagen active during the day at one point, you can then just have a flashback and move back to it. Yeah. So if you're using...
like once per day or something, right?
Yeah, so, I don't remember off the top of my head.
But that does give you the opportunity in the middle of combat to just...
spend 1 action to gain 1d6 hit points and be back to where you were.
Yeah, and at later levels, it can give you, 8d6, right? Because the mutagen is going to scale up. That's good. That's quite good.
I chose for the additional formula, Cheetah's Elixir Lesser. It's just, it's going to increase your movement speed by 5.
Yeah.
So, like...
Take a little bit of monk into this character. I dig it.
Well, the idea is that you're going to be a melee character, so being able to get into combat fairly quickly is very good. And not only that, if you destroy everyone around you, you want to be able to get to the next target.
Yeah, before they can shoot you. Yeah,
and
that.
there is, the way that I built this is there's a lot of movement associated with this, so that it's not just like, I smash, and then 2 rounds later I finally get to the next location, and then I smash, you know? So, level 3, I didn't go over any skill feats. This is just flavor. You choose what skill feats you want. But at level 3, you're going to get a general feat. I chose Toughness, additional HP, make it easier for people to heal you.
Scales.
It scales. It's a good choice if you're going to be...
It's probably one of the best low-level general feats. Just
exactly.
Across the game, unless you really don't need hit point.
Each level you get 2 additional formulas. These are key formulas that you're going to want to choose.
Okay.
Bestial Mutagen Moderate and Juggernaut Mutagen Moderate. So with Bestial, you're now going, instead of that +1, you're getting a +2 to attacks. And your slash is going to go to 1d6, and your bite is going to be 1d8. So you're not gaining a lot. All that mutagen is going to do is give you a +2 to your attack.
Right.
Mind you, if you haven't played a mutagenist or don't know how mutagens work, there's always a negative aspect of it.
Sure.
I'm not going over those because eventually they become useless.
Irrelevant?
Yeah, exactly. Because you're just like, cool, just keep going. Juggernaut is going to be your secondary formula that you're going to basically be going back and forth between. Juggernaut's going to be giving you a bunch of temporary hit points. It's also going to make it that if you're at full health, you regain those temporary hit points. So if you're in combat and you get, say 5 temporary hit points, you take 3 damage. Well, you're still technically positive 2 hit points. Yeah. You're going to then gain those additional 3 temporary hit points back as long as that formula is active. Wow. Yeah. You have to fight. Oh, does more health make more sense, or does hitting more frequently make more sense?
So this is kind of a situation where you're like, you're kind of a melee glass cannon. Like, it's not like you're easy to kill, but you're easy to burst damage. Like, if something, Fingers of Deaths you, you're going to die, but you can't be plunked down. Like, if they don't kill you and then it becomes your turn again, you're just like, I'm good, let's go, round 2. And then you just murder stuff. And the fact that you can do that heal for 1 action and retain your benefit if you had access to flashback, that's nuts. There's no downside there. That's crazy.
At level 4 is where we're going to kind of go off of the Alchemist tangent point, and we're actually going to take a Barbarian Dedication feat. So at level 2, you're going to take Barbarian Dedication feat, and you're going to have to choose an Instinct, which is a Barbarian specific thing, which means that you're going to have to follow the anathema of that instinct.
Right.
The one that I chose is Spirit, and it's basically you can't mess with the undead. Like, you can't purposefully defile corpses.
Sure, okay.
Or you
so
can't
like all that, like the life after death is sacred to you.
Yeah.
So you can't mess with that.
If zombies are around, or you have to defend yourself against spirits or ghosts or whatever,
Oh yeah.
that's completely fine.
Yeah.
That's completely accessible or acceptable. You get the rage ability, and so you basically can't mess with dead things, but you then get the rage.
You can create dead things.
Yeah, with the rage, you get a damage bonus of 2.
Okay.
Just flat out
damage.
Flat damage you increase by 2. Now that's only going to work against your jaw bite because your slash is considered to be agile, and agile does half as much damage when
So
raging.
1 extra damage.
1 extra damage.
Gotcha.
So again, we're focusing on that bite attack a lot.
Right.
You're also going to get temporary hit points equal to your level plus your constitution modifier. So if you're raging, you're not going to be on your Juggernaut mutagen. You're going to be on your Bestial mutagen.
Right, because you don't want to like double stack that benefit that doesn't stack.
Exactly. The detriment to it, though, is that you're going to also receive a -1 to your AC while raging. You also receive a minus to your AC from your Bestial mutagen. So you're just basically going, hit me.
Like, maybe this is going to be difficult to play, but also very satisfying to play, because maybe your opponents are smart and they realize that you're super vulnerable and they just focus you. And if they don't kill you, and keep in mind, you have a party, you just are now back at super high, if not full health, by your own just will. And then you get to go in on them again. If they crit you a bunch, your party might have to jump in a little bit.
Yes.
But that's what they're there for. Also keep in mind that you have other tools at your disposal. Like, you don't just have the 2 mutagens. You have elixirs, you have other mutagens. You can support your party with those things if you don't think that the all-in playstyle is going to work in your specific situation. But when it does, you tear stuff up.
Well, and again, remember, you also have Elixir of Life. You're able to take potions.
Yeah.
You're able to do
This
that.
isn't like a
and you have your
polymorph.
little alchemist buddy that's going to be able to help you out with that. So it's like you're going in, you're fighting. Mind you, when you're raging, you're going to have a little bit of an issue with making potions. So
But you have a little buddy.
exactly.
But you have a little buddy. I like it.
With level 5, you're going to get an ability boost. Clearly, you're going to want to try to get strength and con up. Your int is probably at a good level. You're probably fine. If you find yourself that you don't have enough potions per the day, maybe you put a bonus into intelligence, but I think you should be pretty okay at this point.
Fair enough.
And then you're going to get an ancestry feat, and this one's my favorite. You're going to get one called Ankle Bite.
Okay. What is ankle bite?
If someone attempts to grapple you, if you're already mutagen, you already have a plus to your athletics, so you're able to fight it off. But say that they're able to grapple you.
Okay.
If you are grabbed, you get a reaction to bite them, and you get to make a bite attack. If you critically hit on that bite attack, they just let go of you.
Even if you don't get to escape, you got an attack of opportunity basically for free. That's cool. I like that.
You're gonna get 2 more formulas. These are key formulas that you want to choose. Elixir of Life, lesser, clearly, because you want to be able to live.
Hell, yeah.
Cheetah's Elixir, moderate. That's gonna move your movement speed up from +5 to +10. So now again, you're able to get into combat a little bit quicker. This is great. That's a really, really good one. Level 6, you're gonna get another Alchemist feat. You're gonna dip back into that Barbarian. You're gonna get Instinct ability, which is going to give you the Spirit Instinct ability.
Okay.
Which is your damage goes up from 2 to 3.
Your rage damage, okay.
Yeah, while you're raging. Again, it's halved if it's an agile weapon. So
Still 1.
still 1 if you're swiping, but if you're biting, it's now a +3. But, and this is the reason why we want this, your unarmed attacks when you rage, before you rage, you choose whether the damage you're going to do is going to be positive or negative damage, and it's considered to have ghost touch, so you're able to attack incorporeal creatures.
So this not only is giving you the extra damage, but it's getting you over the higher level hump of I need to do magic damage to hit these things. You can continue to use your mouth. I wonder what ghosts taste like.
Level 7 general feat, I would just choose Incredible Initiative, just getting you in there sooner. This is also a very like whatever you want to do level. You know, you get a skill feat and you get 2 more formulas. There aren't anything that I would like say you have to get. So if you want it, whatever you want to get, just
whatever
get.
in your campaign you feel like your weekend, this is where you supplement.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I want to be able to see secret doors more often. Hey, guess what? This is the one you choose. Like really, that's what it is. Level 8, you're gonna get another Alchemist feat, and we're going to go back to the Alchemist, and you're going to choose Feral Mutagen. With that,
I think we said the word feral at some point in the video.
while you're on the bestial mutagen, your attacks get the deadly D10 trait, which means if you crit,
extra D10.
You add a D10 to the damage. Wow. So if you're critting with your bite, at this point you're doing 2d8 plus D10 plus 2 persistent bleed damage.
And if you're raging, you're doing rage damage.
And if you're raging, you're doing an additional 3 with your bite.
And it's positive or negative, and it's your choice. There's a lot of tiny things that we're layering on top of each other to make a fucking devastating attack.
Yeah, and this is at level 8.
Yeah.
Mind you, you can also kind of add to this if you want to even do a little bit more damage. You can actually increase your AC negative from -1 to -2, and in exchange, you increase your damage die by 1 for your swipe or your bite.
No, for what? What gives you that option?
The Feral Mutagen.
Oh,
yeah.
You
So
can
it's got
to
2.
take more of a penalty to your AC in exchange for more damage. Damn.
At level 9, we're going to get another ancestry feat. You're going to choose Hungry Goblin because we're trying to stack on this. So with Hungry Goblin, you gain temporary hit points equal to half your level when you do persistent bleed damage from your bite. If you're not on your Juggernaut, which means you're not getting temporary hit points, or you're below temporary hit points from Juggernaut, or you're below temporary hit points from Raging, you can gain temporary hit points for every time you crit. 2 formulas that I think are important at this level are going to be your Elixir of Life Moderate and your Cheetah's Elixir Greater. So now your movement speed goes up even more. Now, don't you want an Alchemist on your team because they can make that potion and give it to you?
That's the one thing Krug will spend on is drugs to make him run faster.
Pew, 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 pew. At level 10, you're going to get another series of ability boosts, strength, con. At this point, you're probably fine on intellect. Maybe dexterity to negate some of that AC negativity, like so you're getting hit less
especially
often.
if you're getting 2 on dex still, maybe still put in dex until you're at 18.
Also at level 10, you're going to get another Alchemist feat. I chose to go back to the Barbarian and take Barbarian Basic Fury, which will give you a 1st or 2nd level Barbarian feat. I chose a Sudden Charge, which allows you to spend 2 actions to stride, and then if you are within melee range of someone, you can then turn around and attack them.
So action 1, drink, boost your move speed. Action 2, 3, move twice and almost certainly get an attack off unless they're very far away. In which case that whole turn would probably be different to begin with. That's really good.
At level 11, you get a general feat. I chose Fast Recovery because health. I mean, 2 more formulas. This is where your additional key formulas. You're going to get Bestial Mutagen Greater, which makes that you get a +3 to item attacks, and it goes to a D8 slashing and a 1d10 jaw damage, and that's at default. If you choose to take that additional AC penalty, you're now going up to a D10 slashing and a D12 jaw.
Okay. This is a lot.
Yeah, no, that's huge. Like that's massive. And that's at a level 11.
I'd also like to point out you have a D10 agile weapon at your disposal. That's not bad either.
Level 12, you're going to get an Alchemist feat. I chose Invincible Mutagen. When you are using your Juggernaut formula, you gain damage reduction to all physical damage equal to your intelligence modifier. So this is also why intelligence is pretty
Jesus.
smart. Yeah. So all physical damage.
That's insane. I mean, that'll become a lesson. I don't even
No,
I don't even
piercing,
wanna say.
slashing, bludgeoning damage. All of
I was
that.
going to say because magical damage is going to become more and more common, but also physical damage never goes away. So that's good. That's just good. Yeah, okay. I buy that.
And mind you, that's when you're on the Juggernaut.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, okay, what do I want to do? Do I want to do more damage, or do I want to be able to take more
Or am I
damage?
screwed? Do I need to drink the surviving guy?
Yeah.
And then, okay. Yeah.
Do I need to get the hell out of here? Cool. I'm going to negate my my Juggernaut.
Yep.
Gain at this point, I think it's like 76. I can't remember what level.
A substantial amount of health.
Yeah, you're gaining. No, so it's a level 11, so you're gaining a crap ton of d6s in health, 11 d6, and then you're going to turn around and go, cool, invincibility. So one action to heal, one action to Juggernaut. You've got your damage reduction, and then you go, bye everyone.
I'm out.
Yeah.
At level 13, you get double fisting it.
Basically, at level 13, you're able to drink 2 different potions, or 2 different mutagens, and have the bonus to both, but also the negative to both.
Yeah, but also the bonus to both.
Yes, so this is where you're basically going in with both your Juggernaut and your Bestial Mutagen. You're gonna also gain an Ancestry feat. I chose, at this point, I kind of just like chose movement Ancestry feat because there was no more to go down the bite route.
Sure.
So I chose Goblin Scuttle. If another melee character is within like next to you at the end of their movement, you can then get a reaction and move yourself a step if you would like. So better
Good for flanking.
Yeah,
That's just good all around. This also might be, like we said at the beginning, a good time to do Adopted Ancestry so that next Ancestry feat you can pick up the Venomous Lizard Folk feature that I don't know the name of, but it's probably on the screen.
The key formula that I suggest that you take is Elixir of Life Greater at this point. Level 14.
Why? Why do you think you really need it?
At level 14, you're going to get another Alchemist feat. I went back to the Barbarian and I did Advanced Fury, which allows you to take a Barbarian feat that is equal to half your level.
Right.
Is your Barbarian level.
Sure.
I chose Attack of Opportunity.
Fair. Yeah, I buy that. That's good. You're gonna run in there, like, you know, with your cheetah elixir, and you're gonna get to somebody, you know, your charge attack, whatever the fuck that feature was called, attack them just out of the blue. They run away. Attack of opportunity, get to hit them again, and like maybe one of those is a crit.
At level 15, you're gonna get another ability boost. Flavor of choice, whatever you want to do.
Strength.
General feat, I went Die Hard because don't let anyone tell you that you're gonna go down, because you're not. The key formula I chose at this point is Elixir of Life Major. Why not?
Yeah.
Level 16, you get an Alchemist feat. I chose Combine Elixirs. You've already got the ability to combine have 2 different mutagens.
Yes.
Right? You can actually create something beforehand where you combined 2 different elixir types, which could be a mutagen and an elixir, as long as it's 2 levels below what you currently can do.
Okay.
So if you take your Juggernaut and you take your Cheetah elixir, you can combine them into 1 elixir.
Oh.
Drink that and get the effects of both of those, and then also take your Bestial. So you're basically are able to go into combat by drinking 2 potions and having the effect of 3. Or theoretically, you could do 2 and 2. You can't do 2 polymorph traded things. So you can't do a double Bestial.
Sure.
Or 2 double mutagen and a double unitagen.
Yeah. That doesn't sound like a horrible concern. I think that's still pretty strong.
Level 17, you get another Ancestry feat. I went down the scuttle route, and you get skittering scuttle, which basically means that if someone moves within your range and ends their movement, an ally moves their and ends their movement next to you,
you get a stride.
You can stride instead of just
up to your speed, which is high.
Yeah. If you've got Cheetah, which you better, you're going to get a skill increase, do whatever you want. 2 key formulas is going to be your Bestial Mutagen Major, +4 bonus to your attack, and it changes your slashing to a D8. Oh, it's already a D8, D10, so it doesn't go any higher than that. This is the highest Bestial gets.
Sure.
But with the Feral Mutagen, this is already up a die. So you're literally doing a D10, D12 if you want to reduce your AC. You're also going to get, love this, you're going to gain weapon specialization with a claw and a jaw, or greater weapon specialization if you already have weapon specialization with your unarmed attacks. If you want to go down the barbarian route a little bit more, another really good option is to take another advanced fury and take the instinct ability that allows you, that ghosts basically surround you and follow you, and so any ranged attacks that come in have to make a flat DC roll of 5 or 5 or higher, basically
To have a chance of hitting you.
to have a chance of hitting you before they even go. So straight off the bat, they have a 25% chance of failure.
That's crazy.
To hit you. That's also really good if you're having issues with range.
Sure.
Like you're like, I can't get to them. If you don't want to go the cheetah route aspect, which I suggest you do, that's also another really cool thing.
Sure.
The other key formula would be your Juggernaut Mutagen Major at this point, because why not have more health?
Yeah.
Level 18, you're going to get another Alchemist feat. This one I chose because it was very, very cool.
Okay.
It may not be the most accurate to what this build is, but
Sure.
I loved it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
this is Mind Blank Mutagen. People can't scry, can't find you. They just don't know where you are.
So at level 18, which is where wizards become all-knowing, all-powerful deities, you could just be like, I'm hiding under your chair.
Yeah, I just thought it was cool. At level 19, you're gonna get a general feat, and I chose Fleet because why not increase?
Okay, sure, yeah. The fleet at level 19. Solid choice.
The key formula for this one is Elixir of Life True. Level 20,
Yeah.
you're going to get another Alchemist feat.
Yep.
And this is Perfect Mutagen, which
Okay.
means when you take a mutagen,
Yeah.
you only take the positive effects and none of the negatives.
And that includes the ones that you can mix it, and the fact that you can stack 2, you don't take any of those penalties. Cool.
I think it's really cool. I think it may not be the most powerful build, right? A wizard may be able to destroy this person, but this is just a giant health pool. This is also not including magical items. This is not including runes. This is no armor, nothing. This is literally just base class features
Yeah.
going into this.
This isn't including your party buffing you. That's a lot of a lot of stuff. It's very simple. I mean, it's not simple in the sense that it's it's not contingent on a lot, right? You just attack go up, crit chance go up, and then attack a bunch and crit more. That's the thing. That's what you're doing, and then you do tons of damage.
And I think we looked at it at a lower level. I think it was around 11 or something like that. We compared.
I think it was maybe it was 8.
We compared a monk
Yeah.
versus a
Baseline monk with baseline this build. The monk, notoriously good AC.
still had a 20. The Alchemist still had a 25% chance.
Of critting, and that's natural crit, not. That's not natural crit. That's not including rolling a natural 20.
Well, it is because it was basically 15 to 20. They only had to roll a 15. They could roll a 15, 16, 17.
Oh, you're right.
18,
That is
19,
including
20.
natural 20.
So it is including
yeah.
a natural 20.
You're right.
But they had the opportunity to crit against that person. Now, I'm curious to see, because I haven't gone into the items at higher levels
Yep.
and how natural weapons work when
Yeah.
it comes to items. Because I think it'd be interesting to have rune teeth.
If you had
know what I mean?
striking runes on your teeth, that would be broken. You do so much damage. It's insane. I know that as a monk, if you want to put runes on your unarmed strike, there's a very specifically hand wraps that you can wear, which Krug is going to have soon, because the striking ones are level 4 items, and we're only level 2. So once we get to level 4, I'm gonna just go ahead and
Put those on.
Anyways, this is not about that though. So there might be, and I think it would be reasonable for your GM to homebrew braces, not bracers, braces, striking braces. I don't know. That seems cool.
The character I play on our Discord server, which is named Targus, this is his build, actually. This is the build I'm going to be using for Targus as we play further and further.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'll go over Redemption Paladin after this.
Yeah, we could.
Unless we have a build idea that we want to do from.
I literally was just like, cool, start with A.
Yeah.
So I mean, we have gotten a bunch of suggestions.
Yeah.
We've also been getting the suggestion of just making a build per class.
Yeah, which I think at some point we want to do, but also I don't want to go and do all of the classes with a build without touching on the comments we've gotten as well.
Yeah, exactly. And so like, this was definitely our Alchemist build, right? Or Alchemist build.
And that's the other thing. This isn't the only build that
or is it the strongest, or it's
just a build that we think is good. But that's it. There's no 100% optimal build for any given class, I say.
Yeah.
I would think.
And as more and more books come out, there's going to be more and more pieces of information. There's going to be more and more things that's going to add and stack and create and change this giant puzzle.
Which is the good thing about Pathfinder is that we constantly are getting more and more and more options.
Yeah. Anyways.
Our SD card ran out of space.
What were you saying? The negative aspect to all of that is the fact that it's physically impossible for us to have a day job and keep up with the amount of content.
Well, if you want to fix us having a day job, why don't you head over to Patreon and give us $5? How about that?
Just $5. That will allow us to never have a job again. What? No. Start by going down in the comments and letting us know what you think about the Alchemist class.
Oh.
If you even if you think this is good and you're just like whatever, honestly, go down there and comment anything. And the reason for that is because it will help YouTube know that people like this video, which will allow us to not have a job if we continue to do better. That's where I was going with that roundabout
Also, while
way.
you're down there, let us know what you think of the build. Let us know if you think it's strong. Let us know if you think it's weak.
Or if there's something that's like, oh, maybe I missed something. Maybe there's oh, you wanted to go bite. Well, did you see this?
Yeah.
I want to.
That's definitely something that I want to hear. And then while you're down there, hit the like button if you like the video. Hit the subscribe button if you want to help our channel grow big and strong. Hit the bell icon if you want to be inundated with notifications constantly from us. And then eventually unsubscribe and never watch our content ever again because we've destroyed your phone's battery life.
At least once a day notification.
Yeah. And then once you're done with all that, why don't you talk to us on social media? You can talk to me at Twitter at QueueQT.
You can talk to me on Twitter at IndigoQT, or you can talk to both of us at all of the following social medias right here. One of them is Patreon. If you want to be on there, Krug already mentioned it. You can donate from $2, I think is the minimum, all the way up to $1 million if you so desire.
We wouldn't say no to that.
We wouldn't. If you donate a minimum of $5, you can actually get onto our exclusive RP Discord server. It is exclusive. Only people that pay $5 get to be on there.
Yeah, but I hate that word.
Yep, well, it's true though. It's a true word.
Not saying you're lying.
Yeah, and we play Pathfinder 2nd Edition on there.
Yeah.
IGM. Krug will eventually join, but he's on it. He's just hasn't done any scenes yet.